Hello everyone, welcome back to the Geek Blend. I'm Jeff, and welcome to the very first episode of Prime Picks, where we give you suggestions for Amazon Prime Video. This series will be exactly like our Now on Netflix series, where I recommend 2 shows and 2 movies each week. I want to give a big shout out to LostJedi22, who is a subscriber and also a fellow co-host on our Raging Geek Jedi show, which airs live Saturday nights at 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. Definitely check that out. If you haven't seen our Now on Netflix series and you do have Netflix, I would definitely recommend checking that out. There's about 11 episodes of that up already. So let's get into our very first episode of Prime Picks, and now on to our recommendations for the week. The first series for Prime Picks is Jack Ryan. It stars John Krasinski. There are currently 2 seasons, and the show was picked up for a 3rd, but there is no date set for release yet. Author Tom Clancy introduced the character of Jack Ryan in a series of books before Ryan headed to the big screen and several films. Now the former U.S. Marine is featured in an episodic series for the first time. In this Amazon original thriller that centers on Ryan as an up-and-coming CIA analyst, he is thrust into a dangerous field assignment for the first time and uncovers a pattern in terrorist communication. That launches him into the middle of a dangerous game with a new breed of terrorism that threatens destruction on a global scale. I have seen the first season and I'm about to start the second, and I would highly recommend it. John Krasinski does a fantastic job in the role. It is now streaming and one of this week's Prime Picks. Our second series recommendation this week is Third Rock from the Sun. This 90s comedy series stars John Lithgow in a career performance that won him multiple Emmy Awards. This series premiered on NBC back in 1996. The high commander of an alien expedition lands on Earth, what he considers to be the least important planet, in human form as Dick Solomon. Along for the ride are his alien compatriots Harry, Sally, and Tommy, who is the oldest of the group but is now angrily trapped in a teenage body. The show went on for 6 seasons and was one of the most unique comedy series on television. I have watched this series multiple times, and I would definitely recommend it. All 6 seasons are now streaming, and it is one of this week's Prime Picks. And that brings us to our first movie recommendation this week, Pretty in Pink. This 80s comedy stars Molly Ringwald. This is definitely ranked in the top comedies of the 80s, right next to the likes of The Breakfast Club. Andy is an outcast at her Chicago high school, hanging out either with her older boss who owns the record store where she works, or her quirky classmate Ducky, who has a crush on her. When one of the rich and popular kids at school, Blaine, asks Andy out, it seems too good to be true. As Andy starts falling for Blaine, she begins to realize that dating someone from a different social sphere is not easy. This is an absolute classic, and I would recommend it to anyone who has not seen it. And if you have seen it, and it's been a long time, it's definitely worth a rewatch, and it will bring back some fond memories. It is now streaming, and one of this week's Prime Picks. And that leads us to our final movie recommendation of the week, The Lincoln Lawyer. This legal thriller stars Matthew McConaughey as Mick Haller, a charismatic defense attorney who does business out of his Lincoln Continental sedan. Mick spends most of his time defending petty crooks and other bottom feeders, so it comes as quite a surprise when he lands the case of a lifetime, defending a Beverly Hills playboy played by Ryan Phillippe, who is accused of attempted murder. However, what Mick initially thinks is an open and shut case with a big monetary reward develops into something more sinister. If you enjoy thrillers with a legal twist, similar to The Firm and The Client, then this is right up your alley. I highly recommend it, and it is currently streaming, and our last movie for this week's episode of Prime Picks. I hope you all enjoy this series, and I hope you all find something to watch in these recommendations, because I know how hard sometimes it is to find something to watch. I am one of those who definitely will do more browsing than watching. And I've actually started to watch a lot of the shows that I've been recommending for our Netflix series, and now I'll be watching shows from the Prime Picks series as well. And always, if you have a recommendation for me, leave it in the comments below, or you can get in touch with me on any of our social media platforms. All the links are in the description below. We also have a Patreon page. We are a smaller channel, and we're not monetized on YouTube. So any monthly donation you give to the channel goes right back into it. It helps me develop better content for you all. And also, if you want to join our community, we also have a Discord server. The link for that is also in the description. Leave a like on the video, we would really appreciate that. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. And make sure to hit the bell for notifications so you can stay up to date on everything we release here on the channel. I'm Jeff for the Geek Blend, and remember, if you geek about it, we speak about it. See you guys next time. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.